In a cozy little shop filled with morning light, a young boy named Tom gazed up at the kind shopkeeper, Elora. He was there to buy a simple loaf of bread. As Elora hummed a gentle tune, her mind wandered for just a moment, and she accidentally pressed too many coins into Tom's small, waiting hand. Walking home under the shade of a big, leafy tree, Tom stopped to count his change. His eyes went wide. There, gleaming in his palm, were several extra coins. A quick thought of keeping them flashed across his face. But after a quiet moment, his expression changed. He knew what he had to do. He ran back to the shop, his small hand closed tightly around the money. He explained the mistake, holding out the extra coins. Elora's surprise quickly turned into a warm, proud smile. She praised his honesty, gave him a big hug, and handed him a freshly baked cookie as a thank you. Honesty, she told him, is always the sweetest reward. Ever wonder what you'd do if you found a bag full of money? Well, let me tell you about a boy named Ian. Ian came from a poor family, but he was rich in something else: honesty. One day, walking home, he spotted a small bag under a tree. Inside, a pile of shiny silver coins. His heart raced. This could change everything for his family: new clothes, good food, so many books. For a split second, he thought about keeping it. But then he remembered his father's words: honest money brings happiness, but money taken wrongly brings trouble. Just then, a worried farmer rushed by, asking if anyone had seen his lost money for seeds. Ian's choice was clear. He returned the bag, and the farmer, overjoyed, blessed him and later helped his family. Ian went home not with silver, but with something far more precious: a peaceful heart. Remember, honesty is always the best reward. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. In the heart of a deep, snowy forest lived a fox named Felix. Now, Felix was known for being incredibly clever, but as winter tightened its icy grip, food was nearly impossible to find. One evening, with his stomach rumbling after 2 days without a meal, he heard a faint cry for help. Following the sound, he found a little rabbit pinned beneath a heavy fallen branch. An easy meal, he thought for just a moment, but seeing the small creature trembling with fear and cold, something inside Felix changed. He decided to help. Using all his might, he pushed the branch aside, and the rabbit scurried away to safety. The very next morning, Felix was awakened by a wonderful surprise. The little rabbit was back, along with a squirrel and birds, all carrying gifts of carrots, nuts, and berries. "Thank you for your kindness," they all choked. Felix learned that day that while cleverness is useful, true cleverness is kindness. And from that day on, he never went hungry again. Surrounded by his new friends. Thanks for watching. In a peaceful forest lived a little rabbit named Ruby. She wasn't big, but she was incredibly wise, and all the animals looked to her for advice. One summer, a terrible drought hit. The river vanished, the ponds dried up, and everyone was desperate for a drink of water. The deer, monkeys, birds, and turtles gathered around, their heads hanging low. "What will we do?" they worried. Ruby looked at the cracked earth and thought for a moment. "Water is hidden somewhere," she said calmly. "We just need to find it together." Though many felt hopeless, Ruby's words sparked a little bit of hope. She led them to a big, old tree where the ground still felt cool. "Let's dig here," she instructed. Working as a team, they dug for hours until suddenly water bubbled up from the soil. A spring appeared, filling a small pond. Everyone cheered, thanking the little rabbit who proved that wisdom and teamwork can overcome anything. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Have you ever wondered if one person can truly make a difference? Let me tell you a story about a kind little boy named Arif. He lived in a small village by a river and was always ready to help. One evening, a fierce storm rolled in, and the river began to rise dangerously. Arif saw the flood coming, but the other villagers were safely tucked away in their homes, completely unaware of the threat. Without a second thought, Arif dashed out into the pouring rain. He fought against a strong wind and climbed the village hill to the bell tower. With every ounce of his strength, he rang the bell, its loud clang echoing through the storm. The villagers heard the warning and rushed to higher ground just in time. The flood came, but everyone was safe, all thanks to Arif's courage. He became their brave hero. Remember, even the smallest act of bravery can have the biggest impact. Thanks for watching.